Hi, how you all going? It's Dylan here from No More Excuses. Today I'm doing a review on the Australian frozen meal service Ufoods. Over the past few years, a number of food delivery services have made their way online, providing what they claim to be healthy, packaged meals delivered fresh straight to your door. Today, we're looking at Ufoods. Founded in 2012, the Queensland-based company has taken a monopoly on the meal kit industry in Australia. Their popularity can be clearly witnessed through their advanced advertising and marketing campaigns, becoming a well-known provider for such a service. But for those who have never ordered meals this way before, the real question they want to know, is it worth it? I took the plunge to find out. The website design is very sleek and easy to use. The main page you'll first see is a general summary that's easy to navigate. At the bottom is a list of major retailers that you can buy some of their range from, but when trying to find the products in my local supermarkets, they were either very scarcely available or just not there on the shelves at all. Once you jump into the menu, you're presented with a full list of a variety of ready-to-heat meals in all sorts of styles. A large quantity of Asian, Italian and home-cooked varieties can be seen, but one major knockback is the lack of any real seafood option. Lovers of Mexican and spicy foods will also have trouble fulfilling their needs. That being said, what they offer, they do quite well, as you'll see later in the video. The ordering process was pretty simple. I picked my items like any other online shop, used one of the discount codes advertised on the website, entered my address and chose my delivery time. Ufoods delivers through their own courier, and on the day, my order arrived at around 3 AM, left by my front door with an email and a text message alert telling me that it had arrived. Opening the box, I was presented with neatly packed meals in an insulated package with ice packs. They claim the ice packs are good for about 3 to 5 hours, but they honestly would last for much longer, and they're a great freebie as they do refreeze quite well. So here's the haul. At a cost of $127 delivered, Australian that is, I was able to score 15 meals, averaging to about $8.50 a feed. My order consisted of spaghetti bolognese, chicken and chorizo pasta, a garlic chicken Kiev, chicken poke bowls, roast beef, roast pork, the one Mexican dish which was Mexican spiced beef, and beef lasagna. I dropped the box into the chest freezer and every morning took out a meal to defrost, ready to microwave at dinner time. This is how I went. First up was the creamy garlic chicken Kiev and chips. A crispy southern fried chicken served with a creamy garlic sauce with a side of broccoli and sweet potato chips. The large serving had 519 calories, 36 grams of protein, 17 grams of fat, 50 grams of carbs and about 8 grams of fibre. Out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard, peel back the corner and whack it in the microwave for however long it takes to get hot. I've got a Ghetto 600 watt microwave and it took me about 3.5 minutes. Once it was heated, I dropped it on the plate and the side-by-side comparison to the picture was kind of alright. As for taste, this tasted great. A couple of drawbacks I had, however, was the crispy chicken. It wasn't very crispy. The broccoli was a touch undercooked and a bit too crunchy. Otherwise, it was pretty good. The second meal was the pork roast and 3 veg. Roasted pork shoulder with Tuscan gravy and a mix of cubed potato, sweet potato and broccoli with a sachet of applesauce. The large serving had 480 calories, 41 grams of protein, 16 grams of fat, 38 grams of carbs and almost 9 grams of fibre. Again, out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard and peel back a corner. You have to remove any sauce sachets from inside first, and this was a bit annoying with the few meals that had a sachet. It would be covered in whatever gravy or sauce was mixed into the meal already. If the sachet was stuck to the outside under the cardboard sleeve, it would have been quicker, more convenient, and I probably would have preferred it a little bit more. Alas, into the microwave and onto the plate. The side-by-side was actually pretty spot on with this one. The first bite of pork I had was a bit dry, but each subsequent bite seemed to improve drastically. The vegetables were all cooked well and the portion size in general was definitely filling. The third meal was a spaghetti bolognese. Your typical spag bowl with pasta, tomatoes, red wine, garlic, onion and a touch of parmesan. The large serving had 671 calories, 35 grams of protein, 24 grams of fat, 73 grams of carbs and almost 9 grams of fibre. Out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard, peel back a corner and into the Ghetto microwave. First impression onto the plate was kind of hilarious, but a quick mix together and it looked and smelled like homemade pasta, but it didn't look as clean as the product picture in comparison. I topped this with a little bit of extra Parmesan cheese, and yeah, this was fantastic. The sauce was rich, the pasta was cooked fantastically, lots of meat in the sauce, which is a big thumbs up from a Maltese man like myself. The fourth meal was the slow-cooked beef and mash. Smoky barbecue sauce, chunky beef, mashed potatoes, and carrots. The large serving had 436 calories, 29 grams of protein, 14 grams of fat, 44 grams of carbs, and nearly 7 grams of fibre. Out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard, peel back the corner, and yeet that into Chef Mike. Onto the plate, the side-by-side comparison was as close as you'd expect it to be. It wasn't exactly identical, as the beef tended to fall apart, but it did look somewhat appealing. The smell of the barbecue sauce was wonderful, and it complemented the dish perfectly. The beef melted into my mouth, and the carrot and mash was the perfect side. The fifth meal was the beef lasagna. Beef, tomato, pasta sheets, and cheese. It's a lasagna. The standard and only size of this meal had 468 calories, 26 grams of protein, 17 grams of fat, 43 grams of carbs, and almost 6 grams of fibre. Out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard, peel back the corner, and let it rotate in radiation. Plating this one up, it's going to come out upside down, which means it's not going to look anything like the picture. And since the meals are designed to be microwaved in the packaging, you're never going to get it to look that great on the plate. As for the portion size, it was small. But the idea is to eat smaller meals, and in that regards, it ticks the box, especially considering the nutritional value and calories compared to the larger meals. The lasagna was a little bit dry, but otherwise the flavour itself was pretty good. The sixth meal was the Mexican beef and rice slaw. Pulled beef, spiced rice, coleslaw, black beans, corn, Southwest mayo. The standard and only size of this meal had 396 calories, 19 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat, 45 grams of carbs, and a measly 4 grams of fibre. Out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard, peel back the corner, and remove the sachet of mayonnaise, then watch it spin for a few minutes. I put it on the plate, and it came out like a cube, but once I drizzled the mayo over and broke the form up a bit, the meal looked pretty close to the picture. Taste of this was brilliant, no word of a lie. If you were to get some tortilla wraps with a bit of cheese, these would go down phenomenally. The seventh meal was the chicken and chorizo pasta. Penne topped with a cacciatore sauce, chorizo, and some sliced chicken. The large meal had 571 calories, 39 grams of protein, 19 grams of fat, 56 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fibre. Out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard, peel back the corner, fish out the sauce-covered sour cream sachet, and into the microwave that any old Italian would throw a wooden spoon at you for using. I put it in the bowl, mixed it all together. The chicken held together, because it's sliced, so they were kind of stuck together. I had to separate those individually, and I opted for no sour cream. Side-by-side comparison to the picture, it looked nothing alike. Don't expect it to look the same. Once it was topped with some Parmesan cheese, this went down pretty well. The sauce was a little bit watery, and a thicker sauce would have been appreciated. I noticed this with the two of these that I defrosted. There was a lot of water left into the container. I think it's from the chicken, but I'm not sure. But that being said, the chicken was pretty moist, the chorizo was spot on, and the pasta was on point as well. The last meal in this review was the chicken poke bowl. Japanese karaage chicken with edamame beans, cabbage slaw, brown rice with a ginger and soy dressing. The standard and only size of this meal had 470 calories, 29 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, 63 grams of carbs, but a measly 3 grams of fibre. Out of the fridge, slide off the cardboard, peel back the corner, get the dressing sachet out and into the microwave. Once plated, I topped it with the ginger and soy dressing. Side by side, the colour was there, but the presentation was nothing like the picture. I'm not big on Asian food personally, but I'd figured I'd give this one a try, and I'm glad I did. I can safely say I left the best meal for last. This was bloody brilliant. The smell, the texture, the taste, everything was on point. It was excellent, and I do recommend this as the first thing that you click on the menu. So the main question, Youfoodz, is it worth it? My verdict is a hard yes. While frozen meals are never going to taste as good as freshly cooked meals, these taste leaps and bounds above those typically frozen, ready-to-heat meals you'll find in the freezer section of your supermarket. The fact that you can have a relatively healthy dinner ready to go for one person in the space of 3 minutes or so, it's definitely a major buying point. That being said, if you're thinking of using these for the family, the costs are going to rack up pretty quickly. Meals like this, they're great for your lunch break at work if you have access to a microwave, and honestly at home as well. I could see myself hopping around the menu, trying new things on a regular basis. Drawbacks. The first are the sauce sachets. They're inside the packaging, and annoyingly messy to remove before heating, and, you know, it's just a pain in the ass to keep opening it up, pulling it out. Sauce gets everywhere, it's messy, you gotta keep cleaning up the bench, your hands before you do anything else. If they were stuck in between the top plastic and that little bit of cardboard, I feel like that would be a much better option. Hopefully somebody from the company sees this and reevaluates. But yeah, that's one point. The second was, it's advertised all over the website, being available at all the major supermarkets, but I've struggled to find any in my locals, and I don't exactly live in a small town. I've hopped between Woolies, Coles, IGA, and I found 2 meals in one store, and that was it. Aside from that, my experience was definitely positive, and I will be ordering these again at some point in the future. We'll be reviewing many more of these frozen meal companies on No More Excuses in the future, so be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for those in the future, as well as following Aidan and I on our journey towards a healthier lifestyle. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.